So the Tanzania example, I think Tazeen mentioned in the earlier panel, women, we know from a broad literature that women's land ownership is kind of an important predictor of their agency and some of their welfare outcomes. And we're interested in promoting the idea of women's ownership of land and of their housing. Tanzania has, for several years now, fairly progressive laws about female land ownership and equality within the household about land ownership. But if you go and look at the few land titles that exist, overwhelmingly they list one name, and it's a man's name. And if you look at land transactions, if you ask people in survey data who has the right to buy and sell this land, overwhelmingly they're going to tell you, the man does. And so, we tried to just give people, being a bunch of economists tasked with addressing this problem, you have a kind of prices as a solution. What if we give people sort of not a nudge, really a monetary incentive to co-title women? And we're left actually though with a bit of a mystery, and I think this is an incomplete project. We have a paper about it, but it's a very incomplete project. Because if you come in thinking that female land ownership, there's all this literature about this, and this really matters for development outcomes. This should be high stakes within the household, but we give people a few dollars in discount on their land title, which is a very cherished asset. Getting these land titles is in high demand. For a few dollars of discount, men give up their monopoly on land ownership and co-title women. We've achieved this great, social change very cheap. It obviously begs the question of whether or not then that de jure change in paper, who's on the title, is going to have all the effects that we typically associate with female land ownership. That's to be seen.